Okay, so I want you to picture this for a second. You've got a server, right? It's the absolute brain of your entire operation.
The one you can't afford to have go down.
Exactly. But for security, or maybe just because it's generating a ton of heat, you physically cannot be in the same room. You need to control it from, say, 300 feet away.
Yeah, that's a classic IT problem. You need perfect instant control, but running a standard VGA cable that far, the signal just degrades into basically static. It's useless.
It's impossible. So today we're doing a deep dive into a piece of hardware that solves this exact headache. It's the NTI ST-C5KVM-300.
Right. It's a KVM extender.
And KVM is the key here. We're talking keyboard, video, and mouse. This isn't software. This is extending the physical console,
And specifically a PS2 keyboard, a PS2 mouse, and a VGA monitor.
which I know feels a little bit retro in our USB-C world. But for a lot of industrial or high-security places, PS2 is still gold standard. It's just more reliable.
Absolutely. Now, the magic of this NTI unit is how it sends those signals across that huge distance.
Right, it doesn't use some thick proprietary cable you have to buy from them.
No, it uses the wiring you probably already have in your building. The standard CP5, 5E6, just regular Ethernet cable.
That's the game changer.
Yeah.
You just plug into the existing network infrastructure. But here's where it got really interesting for me. The video quality. NTI makes this bold claim that this unit has the sharpest and clearest VGA quality of any extender, all the way up to 1920 by 1440 resolution.
Which is incredibly high for an analog signal traveling 300 feet. But, it's not quite plug and play to get that quality. There's a catch.
Okay, I saw that. Physics is still a thing, right? The
Yeah.
different lengths of cable are going to affect the signal.
Exactly. So this device has manual video adjustment knobs. It even has a built-in test pattern generator.
So you actually have to get hands-on and tune it?
You tune it, you calibrate the sharpness and clarity for your specific cable run to get rid of any ghosting or fuzziness. It takes a minute, but you get a perfect image.
I honestly love that. It feels tactical. It acknowledges that precision requires a little bit of work. Now, something else that stood out was the dual user access.
Oh, yeah. This is huge for troubleshooting.
So it's not just about moving one person away.
No, you have a local unit right there at the computer rack and a remote unit up to 300 feet away. Both can have a keyboard, mouse, and monitor plugged in.
So you could have an admin physically at the server while someone else is monitoring from a control room or a secure office.
Precisely. It's collaboration without having to shout down the hallway.
And speaking of what you can hook up to it, the compatibility is, well, it's a history lesson. It supports Windows 10, sure, but it goes all the way back to Windows 2000, Solaris, Linux, even Mac OS 9.
It's clearly built to keep that critical legacy infrastructure running, and that leads to a really clever feature called Keep Alive emulation.
Okay, unpack that for us, because that sounds pretty important.
It's a brilliant failsafe. So imagine you're at the remote desk and you accidentally kick the cable out. With a lot of older computers, if they boot up and don't detect a keyboard, they just halt. They won't start.
Oh, right. Or if the connection drops while it's running, the whole thing just freezes up.
Exactly. So this device, the local unit, essentially lies to the computer.
It lies to the computer.
In the best way. It constantly emulates a signal, tricking the server into thinking the keyboard and mouse are always connected, even if the remote end is completely unplugged.
So a loose cable 300 feet away doesn't cause a catastrophic server failure.
That's the idea. It prevents that 3.00 AM emergency call.
That's incredible. And physically, I mean, this thing is built like a tank, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's industrial grade. It's TAA compliant, so it's good for government contracts. It's got built-in surge protection, which is vital for long cable runs.
And it's tiny. I saw the specs. It's like 3.5 by 3 inches.
It's super compact. You can even get a VESA mount for it to attach it to the back of a monitor. But yeah, it's tough. It'll run in temperatures from freezing all the way up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it's happy in a data center or like a hot factory floor?
A warehouse in the winter, a server closet in the summer, it doesn't care.
So to sort of wrap this all up,
Yeah.
we have a device that uses your existing wall wiring to let you control critical, maybe even ancient, hardware from a football field away with high-def video and industrial-grade reliability.
That's it in a nutshell. It perfectly bridges that gap between physical security and operational control.
So here's the thought I want to leave you with. In a world where we're all obsessed with wireless and the newest USB standard, why is it that in the places where failure is simply not an option, hospitals, military factories, we still find these chunky, old-school PS2 and VGA connectors. Why do these legacy standards survive so stubbornly in high-reliability fields?
Sometimes the simplest, most direct connection is just the most stable. No drivers, no software conflicts, it just works.
Something to think about. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.